All right, so how to keep your head up during tough times or how to maintain your self-confidence during some turmoil. I've gotten this question a little while ago from my friend actually, so we could relate this to real life, like working a job. That's kind of where he was asking specifically, and getting yelled at by his boss or manager. Or even we could relate this to YouTube too. So, how do you keep your head up and maintain your focus while things aren't necessarily going your way? Maybe if your boss is yelling at you and he's always getting pissed at you for no reason, or you're just not getting the results that you want out of this whole YouTube thing, or any venture that you're working towards. Say you're working towards something and you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor, right? And that's going to happen a lot of the times with most of the things that we participate in our lives. I think unless you're just doing a bunch of instant gratification activities, because those you'll see the rewards right in front of your face and then you'll just feel like shit right after. But it's easy for anybody. It's easy for me to come on here and have all the confidence in the world and be like, oh yeah, obviously I'm the man, obviously I do this shit. But I think it gets tough, or it's easy to do all those things and display the confidence and feel like you're actually doing what you say you are when the results are good and when times are great. But it's a lot harder to keep up that same confidence and keep up that same level of self-esteem when things aren't going your way. It's hard to have the confidence and be like, oh yeah, I'm that dude. Of course I'm going to be out here posting every single day, or of course I'm going to keep showing up to work and continue to be the best at my job every single day when everything is not going great. Maybe if the company is struggling, or like I said, if you're not getting the results that you're wanting from the effort that you're putting in, it's hard to keep your head up during those times. But the way that I've found to maintain your vision and your focus on whatever you're doing, whether it be, like I said, in the workforce or even anything with any personal ventures, I think having a strong purpose and a strong why is the answer to that problem. Because if you I understand that everybody always talks about oh, you need to be on your purpose and always focus on your purpose, all that stuff in the self-improvement space. But it really solves a lot of the issues that come up with people having indecision or contemplating whether or not what they're doing is what they should be doing or what they want to be doing. So basically, if you just have a strong why for what you're doing, whether that be at your job, say you're working in a lab and you're working there for experience to learn about, I don't know, genes or something like that, how you can use them in science. So if you go into that job knowing why you're there, rather than, because if you don't really know why you're there, then I guess I would question why you're there in the first place as well. But if you have a strong reason of why, then every time you kind of question that, or every time that things aren't going your way, you can easily fall back to that purpose and just be like, okay, I know things aren't great right now. I know my boss keeps yelling at me. I know my manager keeps getting pissed at me. Unless it's for things that are your fault. If they're getting mad at you for no reason, then this strategy kind of works. But if you're just screwing up, then there's reasons for it's valid for you to be getting yelled at. Maybe not getting yelled at, but for being reprimanded. I don't know if that's the best word either, but somebody will talk to you if you're fucking up your job. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get at there. But if it's just out of your control and people are just lashing out at you for no reason, then you kind of just have to keep in mind your why. And that's the best way that I've found in order to keep your head up and, not really lose focus. And because it's really easy to get discouraged, especially with your own side ventures or your own side projects, like this whole YouTube thing. It's very easy to be discouraged when I'm not getting the results that I'm wanting, and I post a video where I think the idea is gonna be a banger, but then, it gets like not as many views as I was thinking. But, that's when you're focusing. I literally just described the problem of me focusing on something that I can't control. Whereas if I just come back to the why and I just say, okay, that video didn't pop off like I thought it would, but I'm just going to continue focusing on the things that I can control and the people that I'm trying to reach, and I know that they'll find me eventually. So that's kind of how you have to approach these things, especially when you're just starting out. If you don't make the decision of why you want to be doing the thing that you're doing, then it's very easy to be like, oh yeah, things aren't going my way, I'm just gonna stop doing this, because you had no reason to do it in the first place. So having a strong reason of why is probably the best answer to solving this problem of having low self-esteem or having low self-confidence when you're facing some troubling times. Because again, like I said, it's a lot easier to have all the confidence in the world when things are going your way, but it's a lot harder to keep up the same confidence and have the same attitude towards your pursuit, whether it be a job or whether it be any creative process, when things just aren't going your way. So I think that's going to be the video for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay on target.